Welcome in. Today's Friday. This is the episode of The Balance, and it's called The Price of Silence. I see the numbers. Thousands of minutes watched, but the comment section is a graveyard. You guys are watching from the shadows because in South Africa right now, the truth is expensive. It's a fact. You're afraid that hitting the like or the share button makes you a target. You know? You've got a 15-second attention span for justice before you scroll right back to the noise. Today we're stopping the clock. If you're a father, if you're a brother, if you're a provider watching this right now, the next 10 minutes is a wake-up call. Is the wake-up call that you didn't ask for. Think about this. I have something. Let me give you an example, Think about it. The real world story. The false fire. Think about this. Imagine a building is actually on fire. That's the real crisis of violence we face. But instead of hunting the fire, a mob stands at the exit and screams, "Everyone in this building is an arsonist." Now the men who actually have the fire extinguishers, the protectors, the good men, are being tackled at the door, while the mob is busy screaming at the innocent. The real fire is burning the building down in the back. That is what the broad brush does. It attacks the mechanics while the engine is exploding. We are losing time fighting the people who want to help because it's trendier to hate the group than to hunt the criminal. Analyzing the silence. Why is it that you drop off after 15 seconds? Is it because the truth is boring? Or is it because it's heavy? We've reached a point where precision is seen as betrayal. If I say hold the individual accountable, the mob hears he's defending the abuser. You stay quiet because you don't want the havoc. And I understand that it really makes sense. It really does. But staying silent doesn't always help. You stay quiet because you don't want the havoc. Makes sense. But silence isn't safety. Silence isn't going to stop them from being who they are, being how they are, trying to exploit this. I feel like it's truly, I've said it here before, like it's $1 billion industry. Women literally capitalize off of this, and it doesn't secure your safety. It doesn't mean just because you're silent, they're not going to come after you at some point. Or if something like you staying quiet doesn't mean you will never have to face something like that. A situation where you as a man, you have to defend yourself against a woman, I personally believe it's a down payment on a world where your sons will be where your sons will be judged by the sins of strangers. I believe that you are paying a debt you never signed for, and your silence is the interest rate. Next up, we have the one word call to action. If you've watched up until this point, if you've watched this far, you've beaten the algorithm, or you've helped me beat the algorithm. You're the ones I'm talking to. I don't need a paragraph or a story. I just need to know the scale is moving. I want you to type one word in the comments: balance. That's it. Let the silent majority show its face. You have nothing to be ashamed of. We are not here to fight women. We are simply here to fight the lie that nuance is dead. One word. Break the silence. Break the silence with me. The transition. We've spent week 1 looking at the weight of the scale. We've proven that the broad brush is a tool for the lazy and a weapon for the bitter. But now that we've cleared the air, we have to deal with the fallout. If you aren't the arsonist, why are you still being asked to pay for the smoke? Think about it. Why are you still being asked Why are you being asked to pay for the smoke? We are closing the book on the general and getting into the specific. Next Monday, we start episode 2, the collective debt. We're going to talk about why a good man does not owe an apology for a crime he did not commit. If you want the 12-minute version of this week, including the 8 lost bars that were too heavy for the public feed, the vault is open. It's open. Go check out that, and the link is in the bio if you want to go check that out. I'll see you in the vault. And to the rest of you, thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on Monday. Fix the scale.